What's up, all my good people out there in YouTube land? I'm coming at you tonight for what's going to be a quick review of SmackDown Live because SmackDown Live was trash tonight. So let's get this thing started. Let me turn myself down over. All right. Where do we start the show? Yeah, so SmackDown gets worse and worse every week, and I missed Monday night because I started doing other stuff, and by the time I looked up, it was too late, and I wasn't interested in going back to do the show. So I said I'll record for Friday, hoping something exciting would happen, and nothing exciting happened, in my personal opinion. Yeah, wish I could say more, but I can't because it was a boring ass show. And when I say boring, I mean boring. It's like SmackDown has become the new Raw. And yeah, that's really all I got to say. Normally I got this whole spiel about, oh, the show was, this and it was bad. And the shit was stupid. Why is the joy of being alive? But I like it. All right, so let's get this thing started. This music is real happy. Let's see what else we got up here. What's this giving? Yeah, let's do this instead. Turn this down some. All right. So pretty much the show opens up. They do what happened at the Royal Rumble, which was also another dry show. It's like the whole week has been dry. And then on top of that, Shane McMahon was in the Rumble. They had plans for Shane McMahon, and then they fired him quietly. The company is a detriment to itself. The company is, they're their own downfall. Well, I'm waiting to see who else gets fired. If Stephanie's going to get fired, Triple H's going to get fired, whatever. The show's stupid. The show opens up with the head of the table, Roman Reigns. He comes out with the Usos along with his newly formed or reunited friendship with Paul Heyman, who turned on Brock at the Royal Rumble. Now he's back with Roman, and he starts to talk about there was no conspiring against Brock Lesnar. Brock felt like a damn fool. He goes on to say he got everything he deserved. He deserved every bit of it, from getting fired to getting Superman punch, for saying Roman needed protection from Brock when it was really the other way around. Also saying Brock looked stupid for showing up on SmackDown after he won the championship at the day one pay-per-view, saying he wants a title versus title match, which they keep saying it. It's like the third or fourth time they have said it. So I have a feeling that that's probably going to be the match, because if not, why do we keep saying it? Paul Heyman goes on and he goes on and he goes on. It was getting to a point where I was like, what the fuck is he talking about? He also goes on to say that there will be no title versus title match, but Brock will acknowledge Roman at WrestleMania. He goes on to say Oklahoma, acknowledge Roman Reigns. Outcome was Oldberg, also known as Goldberg. His music hits, my eyes roll so goddamn hard in the back of my head. I'm like, why do we have to see him again? Oh, that's right. Paycheck. Saudi Arabia, paycheck. So cool. Must be nice. It'll be a quick ass match. It's probably going to be shorter than this damn review, because this review is going to be quick. He goes on to say, Roman, I acknowledge you as the next victim. Him and Roman they made it official. They'll have their match at Elimination Chamber for the Universal Championship. My thing is this, like, we know, so this is what we know. Becky, Roman, Charlotte are not losing their titles before WrestleMania. So why are we giving these matches when we know that they're not going to lose their title? I have a feeling that Bobby's not going to lose his title either. If it was up to me, he wouldn't lose his title, but I have to leave that one off because you just never know with this company. But like, they're not going to lose their title, so why are we even doing this match at at Mania. Like, at Elimination Chamber. Like, it's dumb. So, I don't have nothing to say about Goldberg other than fuck Bill Goldberg. That's it. Fuck Bill Goldberg. Fuck Bill Goldberg. Fuck Bill Goldberg. First match of the night is a repeat. The first match. The Roman Reigns segment was 15 minutes. The first two matches were 90 seconds, probably under 5 minutes, and then another like 2 minutes. So, like, I think it took Roman longer to get to the ring than it did for the matches to happen. The next match is a fucking rematch. Some shit we not interested in. Another rematch against Ridge Holland and with Sheamus in his corner versus Ricochet and Cesaro in his corner. Ricochet wins the match in 90 seconds. We go to commercial break and then we come back. Here I am thinking we're going to move on, and all of a sudden we move on to the fucking tag team match against Ricochet and Cesaro versus Sheamus and Ridge Holland, only for Ridge Holland to turn around and win. Like, yeah, we know Sheamus and them win because they always win the matches. It is nothing new. What are we doing? What are we doing? You see, I'm tongue twisted. I can't even get what I need to say out. Like, what are we doing? This is the road to WrestleMania, and you're doing nothing. Up next is another 2-minute match, which was Jimmy Uso versus Eric from the Viking Raiders. I promise you, I was looking down at my phone doing something. I looked back up and the match was over. I'm looking like, what the hell just happened? This was a match that I was looking forward to at Elimination Chamber. The Viking Raiders versus the Usos. I don't know if we've seen it before or I just don't remember. But it's like, they haven't even done any build for that. So it's like, I want them to lose the titles, but are they going to lose the titles? Probably not. Another match was Natalya versus Aaliyah. Aaliyah won by count out. Aaliyah has this 317 shirt on, which is her new gimmick. Guys, I'm telling y'all, like, this show was so fucking boring. Like, it was so boring. I was sitting here thinking about what I'm going to do after this review. This was so dry, so boring. As much as I would love to add some excitement to this, I can't. It was pointless. One of my friends texted me and was like, I didn't know Big E was back on SmackDown. Like, they're not even saying anything. Like, they just moved him over quietly, not even saying anything, making him, putting him back in the team. They ended his run, which they rushed his single run, so now they ended it. It's just like, next, we have Drew McIntyre walking past Shotzi Blackheart and Drew Gulak. He comes out to the ring. He was a surprise entrance at the Rumble because we thought he was going to be out for a couple of weeks, or a couple months because of his neck injury. He's still feuding with Corbin and Madcap. He tells them to kiss his ass. Out comes Corbin to talk about how Drew lost the Rumble to Brock. Madcap tries to sneak up on Drew and tells Madcap to, he stops him with the sword. Like, this sword shit, like, are you going to use the sword or is this just like, shit's stupid? He tries to tell him, he's like, tell me a joke, because he keeps making these corny ass jokes. Madcap made a joke like, what does a criminal and WrestleMania have in common? And it was like, they get away scot-free or some stupid shit. And even Drew had a look on his face like, what the fuck was that? He claymores Madcap. He tells Corbin, listen to this here. He tells Corbin, I'm going to continue every week to make your life a living hell. This is not over. No, you're making our lives a living hell. Not theirs, but ours as the viewers. Like, I feel like if it wasn't for what's going to happen next week, I would definitely probably not even do a review. But I'll get into that later on probably why I still will review. They do a segment with Sami Zayn and Johnny Knoxville. Sami went to the premiere of Jackass. He got shocked with the shock thing, and he was out with Entertainment Tonight, and Sami's backstage. He's pissed because they're showing the segment on TV, and he's saying that he's been the number one contender for 2 months. When is he getting his title shot? I thought he was going to get his title shot at day one. I thought he was going to get his title shot at the Royal Rumble. I thought he was going to get his title shot at Elimination Chamber. They're actually going to do his title shot next Friday, which makes me think that Johnny Knoxville is probably going to show up, stop him from getting the title, and they're probably going to set a match for Sami versus Johnny at WrestleMania. I just got a feeling that's going to happen. I have no interest in it. I wanted to go to WrestleMania this year in Texas, but I think I'll just hold out for next year in LA. Because I, based on the Rumble, I have no interest in going to WrestleMania. So they say he'll get his title shot on the 18th, which is one day before the Elimination Chamber, which I'm like, just make it at I know why they're not doing it at Elimination Chamber, because of Sami's beliefs and things like that. So they're going to have it on the 18th. So I do respect Sami for that, for sticking with his beliefs and not changing it because of who he works for. Shinsuke versus Jinder Mahal is next. Sami's on commentary, which is better than the match. Shinsuke wins the match, and like I said, they'll have their title match on the 18th of February, which is in 2 weeks. Up next is the continuation of the Naomi and Sonya feud. Naomi tells Sonya to meet her in the ring in 5 minutes, so they could pretty much, so she can beat her ass. Sonya continues to come up with excuses on why she can't. She got emails to check, she has this to do, she has that to do, and then Naomi's pretty much like, you keep ducking me, what's up with that? You got all these excuses, and then Sonya's like, you get a title match against Charlotte next week on SmackDown. Sonya was like, that sounds great and all, but I know you're a liar, so I don't believe you. So Adam says he actually doesn't think that's a bad idea, so he does book the match. So it's official, Naomi versus Sonya, Naomi versus Charlotte next week for the women's SmackDown Championship. I don't see Naomi winning, but I do see something happening, so I'll save that for the last segment. The next match is the New Day versus however you say their name, Angel Garza and Humberto Carrillo. They're with the New Day, which is Big E and Kofi again, because they moved Big E over to SmackDown from Raw. It seemed like the crowd was into it, but they really weren't. It was just the piping noise, because the noise was going on, but the crowd was just dry, like they were the whole night, because the show was trash. And the New Day won, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, the New Day won. So that's that. Final segment of the night. Give me 1 second. Let's see. All right. So pretty much the final segment is Charlotte and Ronda. Sonya's in the ring. She says Becky has informed the uppers or whoever the officials that Ronda has chosen her, and she'll for her match in WrestleMania expect to have a contract in her hand on Monday for Monday Night Raw, and tell Charlotte she can pick whoever she wants. Charlotte says she picks Sasha, and she says Sasha, it will be the best day and worst day of your life, and she will have a contract waiting for her. Out comes Ronda. The crowd was actually more hyped tonight than they were Monday to see Ronda. Ronda was still dry. Ronda comes out, tells Charlotte she's nothing special, which she's not, and tells her she'll see her at WrestleMania. Charlotte goes on to say, "You made pretty much saying you made the right decision. See you at the main event," which makes me think that Saturday will be the main event. It won't be better than Sasha and Bianca, but it's the main event, so whatever. What else? She is she holds up the title and she pretty much says, you know, my baby looks better than your baby, and she's not going anywhere. And Ronda takes off her jacket. Now this is the part where I was kind of confused by this part, and I'm thinking, is Sonya about to get back in the ring? Is this going to affect next week's match with Charlotte somehow? Is Ronda going to get involved when Sonya gets involved? So we'll see. But pretty much she's saying that pretty much Sonya gets in her face and tells her, you're not, you know, you need to control your temper. You have an anger issues. You have a terrible temper. And she makes the shots around here, not Ronda. Ronda pushes her out the way. Charlotte tries to attack her, but misses. Ronda ducks. And Sonya jumps on Ronda, and then Ronda does a takedown in her arm bar move. And I didn't understand this. So like I said, I wonder if something's going to happen next week. If something's going to take place next week. I don't know why Sonya got involved unless she's ready to get back into the ring, you know, and maybe have a match against Ronda, because I know she wanted a match with her before she left. But yeah, that was SmackDown, people. 17 minutes in, that was SmackDown. I did that view review in 17 minutes. Don't have much to talk about. Anyway, I'm ready to go record another show that I'm about to go and do. You guys have a good night. Thank you to my new subscribers. I'm on the road to 100. If you want to reach me, you can check out my social medias. Support the channel. Everything is in the descriptions. Like, comment, and subscribe. I'm on the road to 100. I want to thank everybody. I got so much more coming, and like I said, I'm about to go record another show that's going to premiere tomorrow. So be on the lookout for that, and everybody enjoy their night, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Then I'll see you again on Monday. Maybe. No, I'll see y'all on Monday. All right. Y'all guys have a good night. Peace.